Hi everyone and welcome. So this is the long-awaited facial massage video that I mentioned I was going to do some time ago, and I have the time and the energy and the motivation to do it today. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry for any of my male followers. I'm not sure that any of you are really going to want to sit through this, but obviously you're more than welcome to do so. So, because men can benefit from this as well. It's great for the skin. It's great for the lymphatic system, and good for your complexion, and it just feels really nice to give yourself a facial massage. You know, if you go to an esthetician, they also will do a facial, but they also do facial massage techniques usually during the facial procedure. But here we can do this on ourselves. And I am not going to be using any tools at all. Now, I do have a small bag of tools that consist of like pressure point pieces and a gua sha and a jade roller. It's not real jade, but it is considered a jade roller, along with some other small tools that I have that I periodically use on my skin. But really the best tools, you don't have to buy them, are your fingers and your fingertips. So what have I done to prepare for this video? I trimmed my nails. So my nails are this length right now, and I can manage pretty well with my fingernails at this length. You'll want your nails to be on the shorter side. If you have acrylic nails or your nails are naturally long, you can still perform the massage on yourself. You'll just have to kind of put your fingers in kind of this position so that they're flared outward a little bit so that you're not scratching your face. If you want to trim your nails, that's obviously up to you. As far as what I'm going to be using, it's just two things. I have my jojoba oil, and this is by Desert Essence. I paid maybe somewhere between $9 and $10.50, $10.99 for this bottle. It's let's see, it's 4 ounces. And I like jojoba oil because when I was in school to become an esthetician, we talked about jojoba oil, and I would say it is the closest oil that you can buy that mimics your own natural oil that your face produces, that your oil glands produce, and is excreted through the skin. So it is the closest and mimics that probably more than any other oil. There may be other oils out there that other people prefer. I prefer this one, so this is the one that I will be using. You do not have to use this particular oil. If you have a nice lightweight oil at home that you can use to follow along with the massage routine that I'm going to show you, feel free to use that. I'm not a big lotion fan myself. I find that lotions tend to be a little bit heavy and a little thick. This basically provides enough, I guess you could say, slide and glide on your fingertips to move about your face and down your neck, which is what we will be doing shortly. So this is one of the items that I have for us to use, and then just a pair of disposable gloves. This is not a requirement, but I'm going to show you probably more towards the end what we use these for. So it's not necessary, but I will show you and then you'll understand why you might want to have a pair of those. So it's completely up to you. And then of course that also, you'll want to have your nails a little shorter because we're going to be putting our fingers in our mouth and doing a little massage that way. As far as any warnings are concerned, if you have facial fillers or injections in your face, you may not want to perform facial massage. The reason why I say that is for two reasons. One being that probably the more serious of the two would be the migration of an injectable. So if you have an injectable here and you're manipulating your face, injectables have been known to migrate and move somewhere else in the face. So I would just be very cautious of that. The other item to be cautious about is the more you manipulate your face, the faster your body will metabolize the filler or the injectable that you have. So just those two things to keep in mind. You know, do this, you know, having been forewarned, but I do not have any injectables in my face. I have not had anything done in over a year. I talked about this in one of my other videos, that the last thing I had done was one of the Botox type injectables that was here, and I had a little bit here. Totally gone, completely metabolized at this point. So I don't have anything in my face right now. So I don't have to worry about rapid metabolization of fillers or injectables in my face, and I don't have to worry about any kind of migration because I don't have anything in my face. I do have another video that I did film already on my facial yoga exercises, and that's what I do, and I do them daily. I have a few days a week where I increase my repetitions on those exercises, but almost every day when I go to put my makeup on in the morning, I do 5 of each very quickly, and then when I put my moisturizer on at night before I go to bed, I do 5 of each very quickly. And really, once you get your face starting to look a little bit more the way you want it to, because the face is full of muscles underneath the skin, it's a whole network of facial muscles, and they respond to exercise just like the rest of the body does. So it's just a matter of being persistent and doing it and doing it and doing it. It's free. You just have to set aside the time. You have to afford yourself the time instead of having to afford yourself the cash to go have your face injected. And you know, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. I will never tell anybody what they should or should not do, but I think we're ready to get going. So I'm going to go to my bathroom and wash my face, and then I will come back and we will get started. I also am going to remove my necklaces. I think I've got 2 or 3 on, and then I'm going to remove my earrings, at least on my earlobes. So I've got like 7 or 8 earrings here that I will remove, and I'll probably remove some of what I have on my wrist. But anyway, time to get started on this, and I think that is all that I was going to talk about. If something else comes up, I will mention it, but I'm going to go wash my face and I will be right back. Okay, I am back with a cleansed face and ready to go. So I have like a flexible headband that I'm going to put on just to kind of keep any smaller, finer hairs out of our way. And I'm gonna start with this, so I'll just put, it's hard to say how much you're going to need. You will have to be the judge of that, but basically you want enough, and we may have to reapply some oil as we go, but that's okay. So for me, I like to start at the top and work my way downwards, okay? But before I get started, what I like to do is where we have lymph nodes, I like to just do kind of a once over, very, very light manipulation where the lymphatic or the lymph nodes are. Just a slight manipulation of those, meaning just very lightly massaging where we have those. So just behind here where the ear is, very lightly, and then down the neck, very, very light pressure. You can even use this part of your fingers. Thumb is in like so. And then right here where your collarbone is, you can even take it up back here. Oh, that feels good. That feels very good. And then of course we have some underneath the armpit too. Okay, so I'm going to reapply some oil. All right, now we're gonna get started here. So on the forehead, I just take, it doesn't matter which hand. Now at this point, I'm just applying oil. And that's what we're doing right now, is just applying oil, just a thin layer before we get started. Okay. What I like to do is take my fingertips like this, left and right, lightly, but not so light that you can't feel it. You should feel this, but we're not pulling the skin. And as far as repetitions are concerned, or how many of each of these things, 3 to 5. 3 to 5 sets. Now here, where we have this lovely issue right here, some of us, most of us, is I like to just take his ring finger and middle finger in a circle. You can do it with the other hand, both hands. It's your choice. Now from there, I move up the center. And then out. And down. So you want to bring everything, basically you're coaxing, you're trying to coax that lymphatic fluid downward towards the lymph nodes to be carried away. At some point your body will excrete any impurities on its own, but we're trying to help it along a little bit. Now I may lose count of what I'm doing. It just feels so good. So, all right, that's enough of that. Now, this is a big one for me because these two pressure points, of course the face is full of pressure points. right here. So I take my thumbs, this part of your thumb right here. Now you're gonna feel a little divot right where your eyebrows are. Oof. It's very tender. For me, I have to really think about breathing because it feels like a headache is what it feels like. So, and I like to hold it for like a count of 3. We'll do 3 of those. That was 2. 3. Okay. Now, again, usually it's the middle and ring finger, but we're just going to go over that area that we just did. And down. Again, it's 2. And 3. Okay. Now we're going to use middle fingers. Trace the eyebrow. At this point, you're at the temple, into the corner of the eye, out and up and down. It's all with the middle finger. We can use 2 fingers if you'd like. Eyebrows, into the corner of the eye, up to the temple or outer corners of the eyes, and then downward. One more time. Inner part of the eyebrow, trace it into the corner of the eyes, out and up, and then down. Okay, so one thing I like to do is, now they sell tools for the face, and like I said, I have a small bag of tools. I have misplaced the bag. I have it. I just don't know where it is at the moment. But there are tools that you can buy that are similar to this that basically are used for the cheek area and under here. So we're gonna work on basically just under the eye and under the cheek. So we're gonna do a motion like this. And if you need to see what it is that I'm doing, your hands like this. Okay. It's your index finger and your middle finger. Turn them so that your palms are facing outward. And right here. So, okay. So basically what's in between your fingers is your cheekbone. And so the middle finger is going to go under the eye. Your index finger is going to go under the cheekbone, and we're going to go upwards. I like to do this one more than 3 times because it feels so darn good, and it really helps to elevate this part of the face and lift it. Okay, so however many you want to do, your choice. You can hold it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now what we can do on that 3rd one is you can switch your fingers into these, and you know, just these 2, and then coax that fluid down. Okay, let's do another set of those. So 1, 2, 3. So you can, after each one of these, you could take it down. You could go 1, 2, 3. As far as I know, there is no rule that says that you have to do it any particular way. You can do all 3 and then coax down, or 1 down, 2 down, and then 3 down. Okay. All right, so we have done the cheek area and under the eyes. Now we're going to do right around the lips. So sideways V with the right hand. So your lips are going in between. And there's ever so slightly and upwards at the end. We're not going sideways, we're going just a slight upturn with the fingers. Okay. Again, as many as you would like. Okay, so now your last one can be like this. So then as you bring your fingers back, they may start to come together and then down. Okay, down. Down. All right, back to this one again. Okay, this is the same one that we used on the under eye and the cheek area. Now we're going to go, and just so you know, I am not using a lot of pressure. I can feel it and it feels very, very good for me. But there is just ever so slightly, just a lightest, just pull. Okay, so it's almost like envisioning your face as you're bringing your fingers up with the skin, with this movement. Envision that your face is being lifted. I really believe there's a psychological component to all of this as well. So just imagine. We're being very gentle, but effective. That's number 4. Number 5. So hold here, okay? And then bring the 2 fingers together. This is index and middle, down. Okay. Down. And down. Okay. Now the ears, okay? Ears are very, believe it or not, they can be quite sensitive. Some people even find the ears to be quite an erotic zone of the body. Some people have very sensitive ears. So I also like to just do, now I left an earring up here and here, and I left this one in here. But I can go around those and just, you can close your eyes if you want to, but you can just very lightly just massage your ears. They might turn color a little bit. They might get a little pink in color. Oh, and don't forget the earlobes. That actually feels good. I have many holes in my ears, and I have over the years. I should probably do like a ear piercings and tattoo video. Give you a tour of my ears and my tattoos. I don't have many tattoos, and they're very small, but still. Somebody might find that interesting. Ooh, I feel warmth, and you can just, just pinch lightly and just pull down. Now here's another one for under here. So we did this one, okay, with the slight upward thumbs, okay, right here. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my hands together with my thumbs like this. I'm just sliding backwards. So if I turn sideways, thumbs are together. You're probably only going to be able to go back maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And it doesn't feel like it's much more than that. Maybe 2.5 inches. But we're just going back. They're gonna stop. They're not gonna go much farther than that. Now, when you come up with your own routine, if you decide to use the techniques that I'm using or the movements that I'm using to show you, you can do as many as you would like. If it feels good, just keep doing it. There's no rule that says that you have to do a certain number of repetitions of any of these movements. So, okay, so we did that one. Okay. All right. Now you can take your fingers like this and you should still have enough slide and glide with the oil or whatever product you're using. At this point, I still have more than enough. I don't have an excess. It's like I happen to use just the right amount. And feels good. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna take our thumbs again. Okay, same position, but now we're gonna separate the hands. And I'll tell you where this feels really good. It feels like it's releasing pressure. I have a very overworked masseter muscle, and this is extra. This is a bonus or an extra because some people don't have issues with their masseter muscles, but I do. Clenching, it's just been overworked. A lot of gum chewing over the years has helped to develop this muscle on each side, but it's overly developed. I think I mentioned in one of my videos years ago, this must be 10 or 12 years ago, I had actual Botox injected into each one of my masseter muscles to help relax it. I don't know that I noticed any difference after that. So, if you've had it done and it works, fantastic. If you're thinking about having it done because you have some issues with your masseter muscle or with clenching or even grinding your teeth at night, maybe look into that. It could potentially help. It did not for me. But all right, so let's get back to this. So under the jawbone. So basically, you can feel your jawbone right here. It kind of goes off in like a V that's been separated. Like it's just kind of whoop. And your thumb will fit just underneath there, and it will glide quite nicely along that bone. Okay. And again, you can use all of your fingers to coax lymphatic fluid down where it needs to be. Okay. Now this, just what I'm doing right now, oh, it just feels wonderful. But I'm going to go back to this bonus before I forget. So masseter muscle. Let me see if I can get this to move so you can see. And all I'm doing is clenching my teeth. Not right. Quite in the right light to see that one. They're both equally equally large, and I can feel them. Oh boy. Okay, so find your masseter muscles. If yours are overdeveloped like mine, I literally just take 3 or 4 fingers and just rub them. And you can keep your mouth shut. If you start to open your mouth, oh, it moves it changes the position of the muscle. And then you can get, that's really attractive. You can get even more manipulation there with that. You can use your thumbs. Oh, wow. And of course, when you're finished on the way to the back of the face, downward. If you forget to do one of these downward movement, it's okay. If you end if you forgot to do downward movements after each one of these, exercises that we've done or these massage techniques, it's okay. As long as you end the whole thing with several to try to coax all of that lymphatic fluid down towards the lymph nodes, it's okay. It's okay. There is no right or wrong here at all. I want you to understand that it's okay. But wow, this ooh. Oh. And kind of like with this one of those first ones that we did here, there's a lot of tension here for me, a lot. It's very, very painful. I shouldn't say painful, it's tender. It's very tender. Same thing with this. And even at night sometimes when I'm putting my oil on my face right before, like I'm in bed already, like I don't have to get up and go do this and then come back to bed. I do this in my bed, so the oil is right next to my bed, and I will, this is one of the things I will do before I go to bed, is I'll give the masseter muscles a nice kind of deep massage. Okay, and I do that because I find that I sleep better, and I have not been grinding or clenching my teeth at all. And I did go to the dentist not all that long ago, and they've taken 2 sets of x-rays in the last 6 months or so. I don't have any fractures or microfractures in any of my teeth, thank goodness. So I'm very, very fortunate to not have that problem. So I think as long as I continue to massage the masseter muscles in my face, I think I will be okay. It's not the most comfortable thing for me to do, but if it means saving my teeth and getting a good night's sleep, it's worth it. Okay, so where are we going from here? The mouth. So here I'm gonna put the gloves on. So this is an optional one, so this is not one that you necessarily have to do, but thumb inside. Here, you know, we can do too is you can oil up your gloves a little bit too. So thumb in where the cheek is. Thumb stays stationary. It does not move. Index and middle finger. So right now it's just these three. Thumb in here, sort of in that meaty part of the cheek. Wow. Feels good. Other side. Again, as many as you want to. Thumb into the cheek. You can do both. And you can do right through here too, like where the nasal labial folds are, or marionette lines. So if we're going to do just this area, it would be thumb and forefinger, index finger. So thumb is just, it's not back where it was in the cheek, it's right over here. You'll figure it out. Your fingers are going to go where they need to go in order to do the movement. So just allow them, play with it a little bit. Okay. You can even do your upper lip. Now, if you want to get in this area, index fingers in, like this. So index fingers in, thumb. The thumb is working. So you can do lower. And you can do just opposite the corners of the mouth. Okay. So I'm going to take my gloves off because we're not going back in the mouth. But maybe in doing those in particular, you'll understand why, if you have any injectables through your face right in this area, that they could move. Especially with those, because you're really manipulating this area. But my face just feels incredibly relaxed at this point. So we're just about at the end. I know that I don't have my glasses on, but ooh, half an hour. Okay. Normally it does not take me this long. 5 to 10 minutes at night, and I do this every night. Pretty much every night. So 7 nights a week. Let's just say 5 nights a week, 4 or 5 nights a week, I am able to do some kind of massage for my face. You'll want to do a fuller one like we have done today. It won't take you this long as I'm talking and trying to show you things. So once you get your movements down and memorized, you can flow however you want to, and it can go by very, very quickly, especially if you're only doing like 2 or 3 of each one. It's incredibly easy and simple to do and very effective. You'll find that your face is just going to thank you for it. It's going to feel a lot more relaxed, and may even look a little more toned. If you are susceptible to bags under the eyes, or any kind of fluid retention, or even dark circles under the eyes, you may find that those might start to diminish a bit. I'm not making any guarantees for you, but you might find all of these to be quite helpful to you. So we're going to finish out here, and what I like to do is let's put a little, just a touch more. And I just like to get my muscles right here. So what we can do is start at the top with our fingers, okay? Just like this. Temples, downward. You can even just do one more set of each if that feels more complete to you. Okay. And basically where the fingers are running down the side, it's right here, right down the side, right at the hairline and down. And you're welcome to stop anywhere too. If you feel something that's tender, pressure point, you are more than welcome to, just give it a little massage, give it a little attention. Attention, because it's holding tension there for some reason. You're doing something during the day or at night while you're sleeping that you don't even realize you're doing. That just creates so much tension in the body and in the face. Can't forget the face. But collarbone. This feels incredible. Now, someday what I would like to do is actually do a facial massage on someone and have someone film it, or if I can film it, set it up in such a way that I can film it for you so that you can see some of the other manipulations that I can do to the face as well, especially with the person face up and I'm above and behind them. So the person's face is like right here. There is another one I'm going to show you too. So down here, okay, index fingers, kind of like going over the rainbow right here. Yeah, just like that. That's another one. Two, okay. So I'm going to run through these very quickly again. Hopefully I don't miss anything. So back and forth, left and right. And then upwards. Okay. You can do them separately, alternating, or together. Oh, here's one. Here's one too. I'm going to throw this one in there too. Middle fingers. You can run down the side of the nose. You can go up and down like so. Down. Okay. And we just did this one. And lips. Again. Okay. So you got this one like this, and then down, and then thumbs this way, just along the jawbone. Okay. And then you can do this too. Coaxing down. Optional masseter muscle. And then you can end with just a nice little massage for yourself. Oh, and then we have the gloves on in mouth. And again, you don't need the gloves, but so basically you're getting the nasal labial folds, okay, and you can massage the inside, the outside of your mouth with the fingers inside your mouth, however you would like. And that's it. So again, this will not take you nearly as long as this video has been. It's going to be up to you to decide which of these techniques you want to use. You can use all of them, some of them. There's always benefit to massaging the skin. Choose your product wisely. I will say too, and this is a warning that most estheticians will give someone prior to having a facial done, also having facial massage done too. It can cause a bit of a breakout, maybe a whitehead, maybe a pimple. It depends on your skin because we have manipulated it so much. We have really worked all of the pores in the skin, and it does have a tendency to produce sebum, which is your natural oil, and it's only got one direction to go, and that's up and out. So depending on your skin type, you could potentially end up with a little whitehead, you know, somewhere. That's just natural. That's just your skin, and that's your body as an individual. So I'm sorry it took so long to film this. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for staying to the end. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but the video's been filmed. It's here for you. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below for me. And for the most part, I pretty much answer everyone's comments, and I look forward to hearing from any of you that would like to reach out and leave a comment or a question. So take care. Thank you again for joining me for this video, and thank you for your patience with it, and survive your life. I'm doing it, and I know you can do it too. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye. So I thought I would mention one more item before I forget, and that is water. So just a quick story. I had enrolled myself in massage therapy school about 10 years ago. I did not finish the program, so I did not become a massage therapist. But if you've ever had a massage done to your body, many times your therapist will tell you to drink plenty of water after a massage. One of the reasons why is that when a massage therapist massages your body, they massage it in such a way. First of all, massage is not just for the muscles, but you're moving that lymphatic fluid. You're coaxing it towards the areas of the body where you have lymph nodes. And of course, the lymph nodes, their job is to filter out the impurities and help carry those out of your body. So you will excrete them usually through urination. So when I was in massage therapy school, this school did not approve of asking our clients to drink water after a massage. I mean, to me, I've always been thirsty after any kind of a massage that I've had. But it does help with the elimination process. So you've manipulated and moved around a lot of lymphatic fluid in your face. We coaxed it down to where the closest lymph nodes are to where we were working. And if you drink water, it's only going to accelerate and help that process be successful. So I'm going to drink as much of this water as I can. It's just plain water. And I'm just going to tell you that if you want to, I would suggest highly that you drink some water. You don't have to drink an entire bottle like this, but maybe, 4 to 8 ounces of water might be good, just to help that elimination and that flushing out process. I find it to be very important. Otherwise, what happens is lymphatic fluid is very slow moving. So once the body is massaged, the face, the entire body, the muscles, it speeds up that process because we're moving it, we're manipulating it, and we're coaxing it towards an exit point. So, well, basically towards lymph nodes, which help to filter, and then it's excreted through the body, out of the body. So when you drink water, that's only going to accelerate and help that process move along faster and more efficiently. So grab some water afterwards. That's my suggestion to you. You can do whatever you would like, but we don't want that lymphatic fluid, especially since we manipulated our muscles and it picked up impurities in that process. You want to get those out of the body. You do not want your lymphatic fluid stagnating and just sitting there. We need to help it along, so just give that some consideration. All right, I'm off my soapbox now. All right, take care.